Welcome to Idiomas Uco Virtual. Today we're going to speak about the present perfect. We'll look at when to use the present perfect tense, how to use it, how to form it or the structure, and we'll look at some examples before doing some exercises. So when do we use the present perfect? Well, we use it to talk about life experiences. For example, Clara has been to Tokyo in her life. I have been to the North Pole. Or Peter has never eaten sushi. We use it for repeated actions in the past. For example, I've been or I have been to Bogota 3 times. My father has seen the Rolling Stones in concert twice. We can also use it to talk about news or recent events. The Queen has just given a speech. I have just sent you an email. Or she has just opened the door. We can also use it to express actions within a period of time. For example, I've known Karen since 2010 or 2010. She's lived in London for 3 years. Also, to express actions with indefinite time in the past. For example, I have lost my keys, but I don't know where or when. Or he has lost his bag. So let's look at the structure of affirmative sentences first. So he, she, and it plus has plus the past participle watched. Or I, you, we, you, they have plus past participle watched. So you have or you've, contraction, watched this movie. Negative, we form it like you can see on the screen. He has not, she has not, it has not, or hasn't as a contraction, and then the main verb, watched. So the example below, you have not or you haven't watched this movie. In interrogative sentences, we simply change the order. So has now or have goes at the start of the sentence. So you have watched this movie, an affirmative statement, becomes have you watched this movie as a question. Let's look at some examples. I have been in London for 2 weeks. The movie Saw hasn't gotten the Oscar award. Have you lived here all your life? My father has just gone to bed. And we have lived in this house since 2015 or 2015. There are some common time expressions that we use with the present perfect. For example, just, already, and yet. Just, we use this when something has happened very recently. For example, I have just eaten my breakfast 2 minutes ago. Already, when something happened before it was expected to happen. For example, I've already eaten the apples. Or I've eaten the apples already. Notice how already can go in 2 places in the sentence. Or we can use yet in questions and in negative statements for something that hasn't happened but is expected to happen in the future. Have you eaten the apples yet? No, I haven't eaten the apples yet. Let's try and do some exercises. So we have six questions. Try to order the words into a sentence which makes sense using the present perfect. Pause the video and do the exercises now. Now let's look at the answers and make any corrections if necessary. Notice how we can use already in 2 places in each of the sentences that contain this word. Now some more exercises. Try to answer the questions using the time expressions in the brackets. For example, answer question number 1, have you written the composition for the English lesson, using yet in your answer, and so on. Thank you for watching. See you in our next class.